There are people who point out that the history and that it seems to me
le aparece la posibilidad de redención de la especie humana, la resistencia contra las agresiones y los ataques y la fuerza que en última instancia significa la humanidad,
humanity as solidarity, compassion, and a hug. There is no doubt that this is a stage, a moment in a history in which even the existence of the human species and life in the planet is at risk. But in these circumstances of threatened and strength arises, strength of those free men and women, those decent men and women, those who believe in the redemption of the human being, those who believe in socialism as the solution of the evils that affect humanity today. And President Nicolas Maduro has said it several times, and I want to reinforce it today here. We don't want it to be it, but we're not going to avoid our responsibilities. Venezuela is today the epicenter of the fight against the homicide expressions of fascism and neo-fascism. And you can be right and have certainty that here in Venezuela, fascism and neo-fascism will be defeated as a way to provide for our society peace in the whole world. This Congress of the Historic Bloc is an expression that allow me to share, brings me emotion and happiness. First of all, because its organization and your presence here has a deep democratic character. I mean, deep Chavez character. We haven't had arguments here or nor expressions in unreadable documents. We have had assemblies here, assemblies in the fields, in the neighborhoods, in the party salons, in the buildings, in the streets, thousands of assemblies in which the people themselves are building ideas for the future. That is deeply Chavist, and this Congress has as its fundamental characteristic its Chavez character, the most important tool to face the challenges we have for the future. But at the same time, as President Nicolas Maduro also mentioned, is a Congress derived from a pact. Those painful pacts, but with a happy ending. Those crucial pacts, but still happy. Those overwhelming pacts, but always happy. And there we have the Grand Channel concept linked to the Bolivarian Revolution of a time that is still alive and a historic time that hasn't worn yet. You assume men and women of 5 generations of fighters against the attacks. You assume yourself in a Grand Channel sense as bearers of the historic opportunity of the preservation of peace and humanity in this planet. It is not possible with the expression of hegemonies of the imperialism. It is not possible with the action of a capitalist system that we know is facing a crisis that is only possible if we manage to conjugate our existence with the existence of nature and the planet. It is only possible if we achieve to leave our children, for our children, a country, a territory, and a planet better than the one we inherited from our parents. And that is our most important mission, the mission of this Congress of the Historic Bloc, being the bearers of the new historic time of our republic to build the future, and so that the future of the Bolivarian Revolution and the life in the Republic of Venezuela is irreversible. This is the most important Congress tool to make irreversible the Bolivarian Revolution in our country. And the phrase of Jose Gervasio Antigas, that at the same time that Maduro summoned their committee that organized the Congress was mentioned, and it's the most important slogan you have at your boards. We must not think in solutions that come from abroad. We must not think in magic facts that come to repair what must be repaired. We must not think in a divinity that is going to fix things. We cannot expect anything from anyone but from ourselves. We are going to fix what needs to be fixed. We are going to build what needs to be built. We are going to raise our 5 flags. We are going to build the future and say to our children and grandchildren that homeland that you are also building and living in had a seed, had a start, and didn't arise from magic or from an automatic mode. It had the participation of millions of souls who built this. It has the participation of thousands of people who thought in peace and solidarity, in ideas, in the new economy, the new state, the new political relations, the relations with the environment and with the different countries of the world. We are better now because we think better in the Congress of the Historical Bloc. We are greater now because we think greater in the Congress of the Historical Bloc. And we're stronger and we're more radical now because the real sense of the word radical is go to the root, and there's nothing that is more revolutionary than going to the root so that the tree can grow and it can exist for centuries. I was bringing some elements, theoretical elements of the origins of fascism, but I'm not gonna talk about that at this time. It's enough just to say that fascism is not only a psychiatric and psychological category. Fascism, it is not only, and in a magical way as it's portrayed in Hollywood, an expression of social disease. It is a tool of the capitalist system. When it's threatened, when in 1917 the first socialist and Marxist revolution was built, the answer of the economic powers of Europe and North America was the emergence of fascism. Of course, Adolfo Hitler is responsible of millions of deaths. Of course, Benito Mussolini is responsible for millions of deaths. Of course, all of those who appeared in the court of Nuremberg are responsible of the barbarism of fascism and Nazism. But there are guilties who were not judged in any court. The representatives of great companies of Germany, Henry Ford, representatives of the imperial capital of North America, and imperial capital in Europe that had Adolf Hitler used to stop the advance of the Soviet Revolution. Something different is happening nowadays which is the existence of an important, powerful tool to try to control the minds of people, the minds of our children, to provoke hatred. When social media arose, the humanity